Band's definitely been a lot different this year just because we have to wear masks inside, which is a lot hotter and kind of annoying, but I guess it keeps us safe. And then when we're outside, I don't know, it's just a lot of social distancing, a lot more discipline for that.
Yeah, and we're definitely different because we're sectioned off differently. So instead of us being in full band rehearsals every single day like we're used to, we're in each section at a different time during the day, so it's hard to see your friends that are in different sections than you are.
We still keep it really fun, and we practice hard.
I think the staff has done really good. We're getting our temperature checks when we walk in, and we're helping out, and they're helping us out to stay safe.
Can't breathe.
Yeah, I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
It's
really
honestly
awkward.
sucks.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have glasses because.
Hey freshmen, do you all have any questions on that exercise?
I'm pretty sure we don't wear masks and have to stay 6 feet apart usually.
So like at the same time, it's really hard because you don't see your friends every day.
But with 2020 and the whole, everything's changing, so we don't know much of the schedule yet.
I miss being able to just be here with everybody and
Especially like if you have friends and not percussion. I think especially with seniors, we're doing our best on making sure that this year is just as great as other years.
So like the last 3 years, it's been really like the same. The schedules have come out like weeks and weeks in advance, and now we're kind of going week by week.
We've had Zoom calls like once a week to twice a week about preparing for this season and how we're going to handle certain situations.
We usually don't have to check our temperatures.
It's also hard to tell like the vibe of the group because you can only tell so much from someone's eyes that you can't tell if they're having a good time, they're having a bad day.
I miss the hotel room, the food, the charter buses.
The food?
Yeah, the food. You know those little bags we get? You know what I'm saying?
Snack bags?
Wow.
Yeah, those snack bags. Oh my
true.
goodness.
Okay.
The competitions is great, but you can't outbeat those three. Those three is perfect.
This year's been different because we're all split up. Each and every single section is split up, and I don't get to see my friends or anything like that. And we're just sticking with percussion. We don't get to move around at all.
Well, it's been different in the way that we have to, like, make sure that, like, everybody is, like, healthy, nobody's sick and stuff.
I'm not sure that I prefer it this way just because it's a lot more low key right now, but it is still a lot of fun just because we're with all the same people.
I think that like I will definitely miss the like competition season feel of it all.
I personally like it in an odd way. Like we get a lot more one-on-one time, and we build our relationships a lot easier just because we're around each other instead of on the go like with everybody. But also being a senior, like I'm gonna of course miss like everybody together.
It's been so different. I mean, we've had to wear masks inside.
Clearly.
At least we get to play, and it's cool because now there's no rules with how we play. So we can do whatever we want in our shows.
And we're not competing this season, so it's just a little bit different of an atmosphere because without the competition, we have to really push ourselves to want to get better, not just push ourselves to be better for a competition.
We've been sort of going by the week, like we're just making stuff up as we go.
the staff, the way they've handled it makes it feel like almost the same as last year.
Really professional about making sure that the students are safe and that we're still getting as much time as we can get into the shows.
But the staff seems to really have come together with a good plan that's been working so far.
They're telling us constantly what we need to be doing and what we should be looking at. Like, whenever an incident happens, they'll tell us, hey, this happened, so don't come for this amount of time, or you can come back at this point.
A lot of the staff is working together too to help us at least complete a year, I'll say. And hopefully next year when we come back and visit, they will have, a really good show and they won't be worrying about COVID and stuff.
They've handled it pretty well. They've been making sure that everything, they've been saying, I know we have said that this might happen, but might is the word that we use. We don't want to actually say that it's happening and get your hopes up, but they're still trying to make it more flexible for what's happening.
Keep me going, even though it's kind of hard, and to help me through those hard pieces and through those hard sections.
I would not want to be the one making decisions. I would not, because there's no right way to go about all of this, but they are doing it the absolute best they can, and they're pushing us to get better, and we're having a lot of fun.
One, two, and one. And the downbeat is your stutter people. Yeah.
Now, this is tough because the same principle we talked about in the previous section we worked on, the following formation.
One, two, three, four, five.
The new band facility is huge.
Oh, it's very big. I definitely got lost in it.
It's so nice compared to the 3 years we had before where we just used a lobby to hold our stuff. Now we have an actual big room for it.
I mean, it literally is jaw-dropping, and it's so cool that we're percussionists and we finally get our own room.
It's cool having our own little area to rehearse.
The percussion room, we actually have a room instead of being in a lobby.
Definitely way different, a lot bigger, and it just gives us a ton of new opportunities.
I think it's gonna be good for us because we have our own mirrors and we can really focus on what we're trying to do.
This room is it's huge, it's amazing. I can walk around without having to bump into instruments.
Everything upgraded, up to date. It's amazing.
We're spoiled.
Yeah, we're spoiled.
We're spoiled, but I like it. I think it's cool. I'll take it.
It pushes us to be better because when we look around us, we got here, so now we need to push ourselves even more so we can prove to everyone that the band room is where it's at.
That we deserve it.
Yeah, that too.
The music is really awesome, so we're excited to put this feature together with kind of the coolest people in the band. So it should be really fun. All right, check.
Yeah, I also think the leadership has really incorporated putting some more fun into it.
I mean, as much fun as you can have with the social distancing. You can't go up to your friends all the time, so that's kind of a bummer, but we're drumming together, so that's fun.
Yeah, I've definitely still gotten a lot of friends through the band, and it's still been a lot of fun.
Well, I get to play more like outboards music. Like I don't get to just play like, oh, you just play like this chord for this amount of times. I get to play like actual music along with everyone else.
And as percussionists, we've been used to playing in a hallway or wherever we can all fit. And to have like a room that we get like first dibs on to play on is really exciting because we don't ever have to worry about, oh, where are we gonna play? What if it rains?
For half of us, going to college and stuff, I think it's really good for us to still be together, especially for last year. I'll take it all in.
We've got a lot more fun music, and I've got more complex parts than last year because I'm better this year than I was last year.
So I guess it's just been a lot of fun hanging out with people that I know and playing groovy music.
Yeah, it's also more fun because no one can tell us what to do. So like BOA, they have really strict rules. We have like 2 minutes to set up, 2 minutes to tear down. Like Miss Vento and I literally coordinated the costumes. Like she asked all of the section leaders what color we wanted and we got to pick it. So that's a lot of fun because we get to be more involved. And also it takes a lot of the stress of competing off of us, so it's just all around more fun.
It's been really nice, and it's been fun to hang with friends and have a little bit more of a laid-back year so we can enjoy ourselves a lot more.
My favorite part definitely is just being with people, especially now in quarantine. You never get to interact with other people, and so it just feels good to communicate.
As you go through band through all the years, you make friends and you're with them like every year, so it's not like you're with random people that you don't know.
This year, for at least the first show, we have this one part where it's just jamming out and everyone's just having fun, just looking around at each other and just jamming out.
And it's been a lot of fun hanging out with these guys.
Getting better is having fun.
Cool. Thank you for everybody.
My thing I would remember most is the show and the summer putting it together.
The thing that I'll remember most about 2020 this year is just how different everything is, but I think that once we're finished with everything, I'll be really happy with the result and like how we were able to take this really cool thing and make it so that everyone's safe and still being able to do it.
It's just this year's just different. I feel like I'm gonna remember it more than previous years. Playing with other sections in our limited time with each other.
We have to work hard to practice, but it also makes it really fun when we put it all together.
It's a whole new way different of life, and it's tough, but it's funny how weird it is.
Just putting it all together is awesome that we've worked so hard for.
Yes, it was challenging trying to adjust all the new stuff, but we got to do so much more cool stuff.
For us to basically open the show with a tenor feature is really cool, and that's something that I get to remember, that I get to make GR history really with 3 of my best friends. So.
It's how different the practices were and how completely different like the entire band program was.
So I take all this in and hang out with them and do as much as I can with, the COVID and the mask and stuff.
How everyone is still able to come together and have a good time, and with all restrictions, everything's just a lot more chill and it's vibey.
What I remember most about this year is how different it is compared to other seasons and how the show's being done in different parts.
I get to hang out with my second family and get to play music with them, and that's one of the things I love.
Live it to the fullest and try to take in every single moment because this is our last year.
My personal growth as a player, and also just being a lot more low-key with the season and having it be a lot like more chill than usual.
Probably how awesome the music is.
Starting new relationships that wouldn't have been able to be started before.
I think this 2020 season has really taught me to like take everything in and not let any like moment go to waste, and be with your friends and like really cherish every moment that you have together.
And so it's a lot of fun, even though like we have all of this going on and the world is kind of in a terrible place. This is our safe place. So we come here and we're having so much fun with our friends, and then we feel a little bit better about what's going on in the world.
Okay. What was the question?
I don't really have anything else to add to that. That sums it all up.
Perfect.
I really